Hello, Ms. Buchanan's Algebra 1A. Students, I am looking at evaluation functions. This is 225 and February 25th. I'm going to do the odd ones. Go ahead and try the even ones. Just reminding you how to do these. They're pretty simple. Just crank them out on your calculator and you'll be good. If you put them the way that I'm putting them in your calculator, you should get the right answer. You got to put parentheses, especially when you're squaring things like here. Because I have a -2, if you don't put that -2 in parentheses, then your calculator is only going to square the 2, not the -2, and you'll get the wrong answer. By parentheses, what I mean when you're putting it in your calculator, it would be 3 parentheses, -2, make sure you use negative, not the minus, the negative, -2, back parentheses, and then I'm going to square that, and I'm going to do -2, okay? And I'm going to hit equals, and I hit 10, okay? That's what I mean by the parentheses. So, in other words, you know, you're just substituting this value in for the variable. Okay, so the variable here in this one, the function, the name of this function is k of t. So the t is going to be k. What is k of -2? So t is just going to change to -2. So wherever you see t, you just plug in -2. And once again, use parentheses when you're cranking it out on your calculator, and you should get 8. I'm going to put a 2 in for my x, and this is -2 then. -2, the absolute value means just how many spaces is -2 away from 0 on a number line. Well, it's 2 places, so this actually becomes 2 plus 1, okay, which equals 3. This one I'm plugging in a -9 in, and I just put it in parentheses. I always put my x value in parentheses, or my n, whatever the variable, I put it in parentheses so I know that's where the variable is. And that means multiplication when you have a number next to another number in parentheses. So this becomes -2 times a -9 becomes a positive 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. I just plug in a -8. Crank out the problem on the calculator, -196. This is absolute value. So 3 times -2, so 3 times a -2 becomes -6. The absolute value of -6 is 6. So I have 6 minus 3, and that equals 3. I have my -9. I put it in parentheses because I'm squaring it. I want it to square the negative also. So that becomes 81. 81 minus 3 equals 78. I put the 3 in for t. 2 times 3 is 6. Minus 2 is 4. I put a 1 in for n. The absolute value of 1 is just 1. Here I'm going to put in a -8 for n. So -8 -8 plus 2 is -6. Now the absolute value of -6 is just 6. So you have a negative out here. So this is 6 with a negative out here, so that just becomes -6. For n, I'm going to plug in 2 plus n. So this is 2 plus n squared plus 5. That's as far as I'm going to go with that one because, you know, there's several steps to this one that I don't think we've gone over yet. That I'm just going to stop right there. For 23, for your n value, I'm going to plug in 1 minus n. So I put in 1 minus n. So it's 4 times 1 minus n minus 1. So that's going to equal 4 minus 4n minus 1 when I do the distributive property. And so I can combine this 4 and this -1 because they don't have n's with them. So 4 minus 1 is 3. That's how this became 3. And I still have that minus 4. So this is my final answer right here. And then this one, I'm just plugging in a -a for a. So it actually becomes negative a minus a. Two negatives make a positive, so I have a minus 5. Try the even ones. Don't worry about making mistakes. Learn from them and correct them, and you're doing great.